Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Mindspace, and you've made it to the end of another month, and that means this is our review week. So we have a lot of verses to review, so I'm going to be flying through these, but you can always go to my channel on YouTube to review the individual segments, or you can just go to the church website if you want to find this in the context of the large video of our church service. We started the year with an important verse that every Christian should have in their toolbox, Philippians 4, 6, and 7. Let's say it together. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Okay, and then we went to Romans 12, verse 12. Easy address to remember, Romans 12:12. And it said, be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. Share with the Lord's people who are in need, practice hospitality. And then we stayed in that very same chapter in Romans 12, but we went up to the top of the chapter, Romans 12:1, and that said, therefore, I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship. I keep struggling with these alternative translations. We're doing this in the NIV, which I have never memorized anything in before. All right, then we move to Psalm 103, verse 13. Psalm 103, 13, and that said, as a father has compassion on his children, so the Lord has compassion on those who fear him. For he knows how we are formed. He remembers that we are dust. Did it. Almost messed up. Then we went to Isaiah 9:6. Isaiah 9:6. For to us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government will be on his shoulders, and he will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Amazing words written hundreds of years before Jesus was born. We stayed in Isaiah, but we went to Isaiah 55 verse 1. Isaiah 55:1, and this is another of these welcome verses, God speaking directly to you. Come, all you who are thirsty, come to the waters. And those who have no money, come, buy and eat. Come buy wine and milk without money and without cost. Okay, now we're getting closer to the ones that we've done more recently. Then we shifted over to a very practical one, but a hard one to remember because it's a list of things. This is in 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 8. 1 Peter 3:8. Finally, all of you, be like-minded, be sympathetic, love one another. Be compassionate and humble. Do not repay evil with evil, or insult with insult. And then finally, the one that we've been working on this month, and I threw an easy one in there, just a one-liner to help us just focus in on something that God is like. And it was Psalm 34, verse 8. Do you remember it? We've been working on it these last few weeks. Psalm 34:8. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the one who takes refuge in him. You've noticed that several of these, this is the third one in this group of verses we've memorized this year, are invitations. They're God speaking directly to you and to your soul and extending his hand and saying, come with me if you wish. I'm not going to force you, but you are invited and I want to be with you. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the one who takes refuge in him. Okay, well, I hope you're enjoying the process. This has just been a great thing for me personally to have to just spend time in these verses and try to remember them. I hope the same is true for you. I know it's been a washing experience for me, and that's my goal for all of us as a Christian community, that we soak in these, that we be transformed by them, that it transforms our behavior in time, but more importantly, that it transforms who we are in the presence of God. See you next week.